Hello everyone, welcome back to Cluster B Milkshake. I am your host with Mr. Chicken's Pork Puppet. And today we are going to ask the question, do you wish that your narcissistic partner, ex, was trauma bonded to you? I know, this seems stupid to some of you, but this has come up a lot, and I have seen like this almost jealousy of attachment, you being very attached, you going through the pain, and them seeming unfazed, you wanting them to be so obsessed over you, and you being the one in a power position. You know what they say, be with somebody who loves you more than you love them, then, you know, you are fucking free of any pain, any of this, relationship, grieving garbage, you being indifferent to, what they do to you or say to you or anything like that in the world of make-believe, whatever the fuck. But when a narcissist becomes trauma bonded to somebody else, it is because that person is showing all the massive toxic traits of their parents of old. As an example, just fucking always, I always believed that I wanted to be with somebody like my father, toxic, and I knew this, toxic like my father, but I could change him to love me. Now, my father, abandoned us when we were children. When we would go visit, he would also abandon us into his room. We would only get sprinkles here and there. So basically, we were creating, this fantasy of our father, or who our father, was, that he wasn't, that he did really love us. We didn't know what fucking love was as a child, so him saying, I love you, it's like, oh, this is what love is, fucking abandonment, So when my sister and I grew up, we wanted to find that toxic partner and have them treat us the way that we have always wanted to be treated as children, getting our emotional needs met, not, being a fucking shitty parent or anything like that, but somebody who was going to be someone who loved us without condition, listened when we had, pain going on in our life, giving us a hug, just being there, and also, being funny and shit. And my sister and I like to drink too, and so does Dad. So that was cool too. But what I also realized was my sister and I also attracted people like our mother, okay? Our mother was the one that was around us all the time. Our mother, even though that our father wasn't verbally violent to us, our mother was, all right? Our mother was verbally violent. Our mother was physically violent. Our mother was the stonewaller, dismissive, gaslight, all the toxic fucking garbage. She had borderline personality disorder, but growing up, I did not fucking know what that was. I was just like, she's a fucking monster. So I totally understand when you guys don't know, understand the disorder, you're throwing, demon and fucking monster and, crazy shit all over the place about your person. I fucking get it. I understand. But this is the type of relationship that we were attracted to. It seems like it was the outside of the person had to match Dad, but a lot of the time we got Mom, okay? Now, I was always, pushing that fantasy. Oh, you're going to be perfect in it. You're going to fucking treat me well. You're gonna, you know? And then when I saw that they were not changing, that I could not train them to change because they were so fucking toxic, that's when, I'd punish the fuck out of them. But I was trauma bonded, to these people. Because it was like an inner begging, please don't treat me, the way that my parent did. Please change. Please change for me. And this, just like your hope, you keep trying. They're promising to be better. Or I'm just fucking pushing away all the negative shit just so they would come back. And it all had to do with childhood trauma. Now, other people that I have gone out with in the past and everything, they may have had traits because I need, you to have some childhood trauma yourself. But this doesn't mean that you're super hella fucking toxic. This means that you take the abuse, you take the toxicity, you take all the fluctuations inside of me. You will absorb that shit because you were conditioned to absorb that shit. I'm not trauma bonded to those fucking people. Now, I've never asked if I really don't think that my first trauma bond was trauma bonded to me, because it lasted a very short period of time and he was totally cool doing all the toxic shit to somebody else. My second trauma bond, I do believe that he was trauma bonded to me because he also had borderline flavor. And I put, I got more abusive as the relationship went on. Some things were, how I've always been, cold and dismissive. I do not give a fuck. Your shit doesn't bug me. I do what I want. But he would put the pain hammer down on me and punish the shit out of me. He would do the same things that my mother would do, which would trigger the fuck out of me. And my reactive abuse got bigger and bigger and bigger. I never revenged anyone from my past. He taught me revenge. He taught me blackmail. He taught me detective work. He is the one. He did these things to me and I learned from him. Now, being away from him, now, even though that I know, how to do these things, I do not have that need to do them. When I break up with somebody, discard, I'm gone. I am gone. I don't want to punish you. Nothing. I don't want to get revenge on you. Also, my revenge, not only was it, you do to me, I'm going to do back to you, which was, the reasons for me wanting to, do any revengey shit. But I felt like I was punishing my parent, my toxic parent. Okay? I don't know if there's any, maybe there's some deeper shit that we can go to into that. Because, I always hear, how come you don't abuse your original abuser? Well, I fucking do when I was trauma bonded. Okay? I did. Because that is how I could get revenge on my original abuser, by transferring it onto somebody else. I don't know if that was helpful, but it's not a fucking good idea that you want to have a trauma bond reciprocated from a toxic person. These are the ones that are gonna stalk you and really try to destroy your life. Just watch any borderline video, dude. Go watch any borderline, the ones that are honest enough to talk about revenge, to talk about putting the pain hammer down on you because of their inner turmoil, abandonment, and their feelings of being fucked over, and it's usually by a narcissist. Okay, hope that was helpful. Have a great day. Namaste.